People ask me all the time if it's worthwhile to pay for Monday.com. And my answer is usually, how much are you losing by not paying for a system? Now, I personally love Monday. It's my go to system, and I definitely recommend it. But even before you get to Monday, what are you currently using? If you're just using spreadsheets, emails, phone calls, WhatsApps, you're probably losing revenue, missing deadlines, and may have some upset clients. So if you want to have a system, I definitely recommend having a system. If you're serious about your business, then I would recommend Monday.com. I think it's a fabulous tool. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 9 reasons why I recommend it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tara. I've actually been using Monday.com since 2015. I used to work as the director of client services for a marketing company, and I started using it there to manage my clients. About 4 years ago, I decided to open up my company, Simple Day, where we help other companies use Monday.com. Since we started, we've helped hundreds of companies use Monday.com. We do custom implementations, custom integrations, dashboards, automations, and basically whatever you need to get started with Monday. So if you need any help, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. Now, let's jump into my 9 reasons why I think you should be using Monday.com. The first reason is for transparency. I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, we're using a Google Drive document, but we don't have access to it. Or this person is away on vacation and we can't access their Excel. Or this person is on maternity leave. There's no transparency when you're working in a system like that. When you're working within Monday, you have transparency into all of the projects, all of the tasks, and everything that's going on. So what that means is if someone takes vacation or just has a sick day, you can see exactly what's going on. From a managerial point of view, it's amazing because you know what's happening and what's not. Obviously, people need to be using the system, but assuming they're using the system, you have everything in one place. The second reason why I definitely recommend Monday.com is for the dashboards. If you're taking your business seriously, you're constantly looking at things like, how many leads do I have? How many leads do I have this month versus last month? Or maybe this month versus last year? What's my revenue? What's my conversion rate? How many clients do we have? Whatever kind of business you have, you want these metrics. And since you're doing all of your project management and your CRM within Monday, you have all of that data. All that you need to do is easily build the dashboards. And I'll tell you a trick. If you don't know how to use the dashboards, you also can ask Sidekick to help you build out the dashboards. But having these dashboards is something that I think is critical for measuring where your business is holding. The third reason why I think people should be using Monday.com is for the automations. I can't tell you how many companies I've seen use Excel, and then they're like, well, when is this due again? We forgot to change the due date. We don't know. You don't have that in Monday because you have reminders. That's what an automation can do. An automation can tell you when this day arrives, notify this person. Or if I missed a deadline, notify someone. That's like just scratching the surface of what automations can do. There are so many different things it can do. Automatically sends out emails, automatically update people. There's just tons and tons of things that it can do. But on the most basic level, it keeps you on track. It can automatically do things just to save you time. So, having those automations built into a system where you're working is fantastic. The fourth reason why I think companies should be using Monday.com is for a single source of truth. I can't tell you how many different companies, again, going back to the Excel, have different Excel sheets and people write over them and they never know what the source of truth is. You have one system that is your source of truth and everything is written there. The fifth reason to be using Monday.com is for accountability. Every single task, every single project has an owner. You know who's responsible for that project. So nothing falls through the cracks because everything is assigned to a person. The sixth reason for using Monday.com is faster onboarding. Hiring people for your team as your team grows is really, really time consuming. But imagine if you can just have a template that you automatically activate as soon as someone new joins your team. You know exactly what needs to happen and when, and it just saves you time of remembering what to do every single time. The seventh reason to be using Monday.com and why I think it's worth it is because it's a tool that scales with you. I've seen people that are solopreneurs just getting started using it, and then they add a team and Monday grows with you. It doesn't matter if you're 2 people, 5 people, 50, 100, 300, you can keep on using Monday and adding more users. Obviously, you need to build it in a way that it's scalable, which is totally possible, but the system can scale with you. The eighth reason why I think Monday.com is worth it is because you have templates. I gave you that example of an onboarding where you have a template, but there's so many different kind of templates you can use. Like I once worked with a construction company and they had 2 different kinds of projects that they did, but it was always a template. And instead of having to recreate it every time, they could just use the template and they didn't need to think about it. It saved them so much manual work. The final reason that I think Monday.com is worth it is because it's a tool that can connect to your other tools. So, for example, I have information flowing from Monday into QuickBooks. I've seen integrations between tons of other tools, Gmail, Outlook, Xero. What else? I'm trying to think because there's so many. But if you just look at the integration center, you can see how many different tools you can connect with. And what that does is you don't need to go tool hopping from one tool to another, but you can have, like we said, one source of truth and everything comes into that one tool. But then it can also act in another tool. So for example, I can send a Gmail email from Monday. I can put a new customer in Monday in my CRM and it will automatically go into QuickBooks. So you can have your tools connected. I know we just went through my 9 reasons why I think Monday.com is worth it, but I want to share with you the honest truth about who it's worth it for. Because all of those things that I just said are totally true, and I 100% stand behind them. However, it's only worth it if you actually invest in building out the system. It takes time and energy and effort to get it right and to build it out for you. It's not something that you can just open Monday and all of a sudden it works for you. Yes, there's templates and you can use a very simple version, but if you wanted to do really complex things and work for how your business works, it takes time and patience. So if you're not willing to invest that time, then it's not worth it. But if you are willing to invest that time, you are going to have a reliable tool that can help grow with you as your business grows. It's definitely an investment. There's a cost, there's a setup, and it's going to take time to get there. So that way it's working properly. I can tell you, I've been doing this for years. And honestly, I'm also constantly updating my boards. But you know why? Because my business is changing and my business is growing. And I really hope that your business continues to grow and change and scale, and that you have a system that can grow and scale with you. So my honest take is yes, 100% Monday is a tool that is worth it, but only if you take the time to learn it and set it up properly and take advantage of the different features. I'd love to hear how you're using Monday.com to help grow your business, and I'll see you in the next video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe to receive tips and tricks on how to use Monday.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.